Marine cuts would undermine UK security. Cutting the number of Royal Marines and the ships they use to carry out beach landings would significantly undermine UK security, MPs have warned. There is speculation the government is considering axing up to 2,000 Marines and the Royal Navy's 2 specialist landing ships in a security review. But a Commons Defence Select Committee report said such cuts would be militarily illiterate. A MOD spokesman said protecting the UK will always be our priority. The Tory-led committee's strongly worded report, called Sunset for the Royal Marines, warns the rumoured cuts would weaken one of Britain's elite fighting forces. Given the disproportionate contribution the Royal Marines make to defence and the sheer range and versatility of their military skills, both they and the country's security would be significantly undermined, they said. They also said slashing its 2 amphibious assault ships HMS Albion and HMS Bulwark, used to carry out beach landings, would put the interests of this country at serious risk. The former head of the Royal Navy, Lord West, said the UK's capability will have been cut by a half since 2010 if the cuts go ahead. I don't think the British people realise what cuts the military have had, he said. Defence Select Committee Chair Julian Lewis said if the ships were lost the heart would be torn out of our amphibious capability. He said should we lose that world-beating capability, it was unlikely to ever be restored. The Tory MP told the BBC, the MOD will have to beat the money out of the Treasury. The Treasury has got to cough up. In December, analysis by the House of Commons Library found that between 2010 and 2015 the Ministry of Defence's, MOD, budget had fallen by £8 billion in real terms. Since then, spending has stabilised and in the last financial year, April 2016 to March 2017, £35.3 billion was spent on defence. In 2016, the UK had the 5th biggest defence budget, the highest of all EU countries, according to an international military study. Cuts cause embarrassment. Mr. Lewis added that recent years had seen new and intensified threats and the UK should not be deleting one of our world-beating capabilities. The MP's report also said cuts to the Royal Marines since 2011 had already led to a tangible drop in morale and particular embarrassment during exercises with the UK's allies. In response to the report, a Ministry of Defence spokesman said the Royal Marines play a vital role in defending the country. Just last week we launched the Modernising Defence Programme to strengthen our armed forces in the face of intensifying threats, he said. Our brand new aircraft carrier, HMS Queen Elizabeth, is central to our efforts to build an armed forces fit for the future and is a symbol of our intent to remain a truly global Britain. The £3.1 billion HMS Queen Elizabeth was unveiled in 2017. It later reported leaks during its first sea trial.